You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more.
What up, man? This is your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. Today, we talking indie comics goodness. That's right, baby, because we have an amazing comic book creator and publisher in the building today. Let me introduce this man and this future legend in the making, the one, the only Mr. Josh Nealis.
What's up? Just to confirm, we're in separate buildings, but we are in buildings.
Tell me I got the last name right. Is it Nealis? Did I get it right or Nealis?
Nealis, yeah.
Nealis, there you go, man.
Yep.
There you go. So Josh Nealis, Cutthroat Comics, is here in his house. Thank you for hanging out, man. The CEO, the big boss. We're going to talk some stuff that you guys need to be adding to your pool. Listen to that collection and a whole lot more today. So Josh, thank you again for taking some time out your busy day and schedule to chit-chat with us about, what Cutthroat and the Nealis verse is all about. So
thanks for having me. I absolutely appreciate it. I like doing these things. Who doesn't like having people ask them questions about themselves and then answering it?
there you go. All right, homie. So let's reel it back when you were just but a wee lad, if you will. And where you OG from? And the most important question you'll be ever asked in your life as a geek: what is the first thing that you ever fell in love with in fandom?
Boy, that's a good question. So I was born, I was in a military family, so we moved around a bunch.
All right. Well, thank you, family, for the service.
Yeah. I'll tell my mom and stepdad and dad, all three of them. I was born in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, which is right on the border of Clarksville, Tennessee. Then we went to Texas, then we went to Germany, then we went back there. And yeah, it's just a big thing. But we moved around a bunch, and it's tough making friends. I went to so many different schools and stuff, and that's why I had to develop a personality of being funny and being a little shit. So that's
so you were not a good boy, huh, Josh?
In terms of not going to jail, yeah, I was good. In terms of
he rode the line, folks. He rode the line.
Oh yeah. I definitely was not any teacher's favorite kid ever, probably, I bet.
Oh shit.
But yeah, the first thing I ever fell in love with, Thundercats, maybe, when we were in Germany. He-Man, I bet. Honestly, I bet He-Man was the first thing.
He-Man?
I bet if I could get in a time machine, that probably was the first thing that I loved a lot, because I had tons of those. And of course, when we moved back from Germany, you can't, it's expensive to ship everything and all that. So I know my parents sold a ton of my toys. And
oh my God, really? Oh.
Yeah. But thankfully, I remember the Christmas when we came back is when Turtles came out. And I remember walking down the steps because we lived in this townhouse on Christmas Day, and there sat all four Turtles. And that's my main thing. I love the Turtles probably more than anything else right now.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. All right, that was my middle brother. That was his jam, the Ninja Turtles. My jam, of course, again, the He-Man, Transformers, G.I. Joe era, and Thundercats.
I love all those too.
It's one.
Yeah.
I'm a villains man, Josh. I just can't help it. All right. So moving around also, you didn't have much of a tribe then that connected with your fandom. How did your family know how to stay in tune with fandom at that time?
Yeah. Nobody in my family is into any of this stuff. I'm the only one. I know my cousins had Thundercat toys. I never had the Thundercat toys, but they had them. But even to this day, they're not into nerd stuff. They like sports and all that stuff. And I like NFL, but I like comics and toys, and I collect outside of this. I have a day job, then I do the publishing company, and then I also buy and sell comic and toy collections. So
oh, nice. Okay.
Always hustle.
See, folks, that's the spirit of indie. That's what I'm trying to talk about. I mentioned that before. It's that hustler mentality, that hustler spirit. And if you do not have it, in this game, you ain't surviving. Period.
Yep.
You're
Yep.
not. You're not. You gotta have a hustle spirit, and you gotta have thick skin. You please, yo, especially you homies out there, the
Yep.
fellas. Don't be emotional.
Yeah, that's the first thing I tell it. I get asked all the time, what's the first thing you tell young creators? It's the thick skin. You better get it quick because it's tough. It's hard. It'll beat.
People are mean, especially keyboard warriors. They're really fucking mean with the social
Yeah.
media, and they come off because they're able to hide and not say it in your face. Because again, if you go to a convention, there's so much love in a convention.
Mhm.
But then, but if you were just a social media person only, and you would look at the comic book community only on social media, you would think that conventions were going to be civil war zones,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and it's not that. I love going to cons. That's like one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, it's true. If you look at the comments on any Marvel movie that comes out, it's going to get heated and stuff, and people hate it. And I used to kind of do that too. I used to, if I didn't like something, I'd be like, "Oh, this is horrible." But then one day I was like, "Why am I doing this? Why am I wasting time talking about things I don't like?" Nowadays, and actually, a guy that worked for me, Brian Silverbacks, he said it also, and I don't necessarily attribute my change to him, but he said it like right as I was thinking it, kind of. But yeah, he was like, "Why are you spending your time talking about the things you don't like? Talk about the things you do like."
Yeah,
And that's what I try to do nowadays.
That's the whole purpose of Comic Crusaders.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, but you got to talk about the bad if it's bad." No, you don't. Why? If you don't like it, why you want to tear down someone? What is your effing purpose to tear down someone?
Yeah, and then
you can't do a book. So if you can't do a book, don't even criticize someone that at least attempted to do something that you can't do.
Right. And then Tom Segura, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he had said something on one of his podcasts, and he said, to paraphrase, he said, like, one day I just realized that not everything is made for me.
Yeah.
And that's, when I don't like something, I'm like, well, it's probably, it's not for me,
Yeah.
So
that's what I say about Marvel and DC nowadays. In my heyday, it was what it was, and I enjoyed it for what it was. Nowadays, it's not written for me.
Right.
Which is why, thank God for indie.
Yep.
Indie is replacing everything that I need. So it's what it is. Yo, Big J in the building was popping, right? Exactly, right. Use the platforms to spew hate, right? Exactly. So dumb. Spread the love, not the hate. We have enough hate in the world.
It's true.
Even though I love the name of the company, Cutthroat. It sounds scary, but we'll get into that in a little. We're gonna get that in a little bit. So, all right. So, you're talking to me. You're traveling the world, with the family. You're kind of a lonely geek, right? Not much of a tribe.
Yeah, a little bit till about 5th grade.
Okay. So, how did you having a tribe help your creative side?
That's a fantastic question, actually. My best friend, so we settled in a little town called Cary, Ohio, when I was in 5th grade the second time, because the first time I went to 3 different 5th grade classes, like 3 different schools. Yeah, I told you I moved a bunch.
See, you went with them. That's a school year. You moved 3 times within a school year.
Yep, 3 times. The first time in 5th grade. So obviously, I was already a shit. So I definitely wasn't going to settle in and learn anything.
It doesn't help you build relationship. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So 5th grade, the second time, we moved to this little town called Cary, Ohio, and I put Easter eggs in my books about that town. But yeah, that's where we settled. That's where I went for the rest of my grade school and high school career, and I made friends there. And one buddy in particular, who I was just even talking to today, him and I used to draw little superhero characters and stuff. I still have all the drawings and stuff. And, he and I geeked out over X-Men, the animated series, and Batman, and The Lion King even came out, like all that stuff. That one show where it was like ninjas fighting, like I can't remember what it was called. It was almost like American Gladiators, but it was like ninja people. I've Googled it, and I know you probably have even heard.
I know what you're talking about. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember the name, but I know exactly.
Yeah, and video games and all that. Like I finally had like a best friend, and I had several friends at that time, but and he and I still to this day we buy all the NECA turtles and all that, and we talk about the gargoyles, the NECA gargoyles, and like we're bad influences on each other.
I had to get Goliath and Bronx from the NECA. I had to, at least those two.
That Bronx is amazing.
It is, you know, with the wings that you can add onto Goliath. Shit, that's I had to. Like, I'm not sure I want the others because, you know, I'm a villains fan, so like. The good guys, I mean, if you were able to see my show, there's nothing but villains everywhere.
Nothing wrong with a good villain. You can't have a good hero without a good villain.
Yeah, man. Megatron, Cobra Commander, Skeletor, you know, those are my homies. And of course, Cobra.
Yep. Mumra's a great villain.
Especially. I'm a Mad Max fan, so Dreadnoughts for me is like,
I've got a few of the Dreadnoughts. I have these baseball bat display cases that you turn them sideways, and then G.I. Joe figures fit right in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea to keep them nice. I have all the Dreadnoughts though.
Okay, yeah, I think I've got Ripper. I've got the girl. I can't remember her name.
Zorana.
Or no. I've got her brother.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on my list. They're on my list to get all those.
Xandar.
Road Pig. I've got Road Pig too.
Yeah, I got him. They just came out with him on classified on the bigger figures. So that's what I'm doing. I only buy the classifieds that match my OG.
Okay.
And then I put the OG in front of it so that way you could tell the difference and whatnot. Those are the only ones I buy. No matter how cool it is, if I don't have the OG, I'm not buying it.
Yep.
It's not worth it for me right now.
Yep.
My brother, look how mean my brother is, Josh. I just told you I'm a villains fan, right?
Yeah.
For Christmas, he decides to buy me a good guy. I'm like, are you serious, D? He goes, well, I am missing him from my collection. He tried to pull a Homer Simpson on me. I said, nah, I'm going to keep it now on purpose, motherfucker. All right, so talk about that. You're getting creative, though. When did you finally say, I'm going to put myself out there? What happened? Who were you? Where did it happen? When did it happen?
Yeah, it just kind of was a gradual thing. As I grew up, I got into music and stuff, and I had some friends that were in a band. And I was going to college, and they give you money to go to college, right? And whatever's left over, they give you a disbursement check. Well, I was an idiot, and I didn't realize you could give that back and then not owe it. So instead, I went and bought a drum set and started learning to play drums. And then 6 months later, I started my own band, and we got signed to a label before we ever stepped on a stage.
What?
Yeah, I'd been watching my friends. Like, I had several friends in bands. I would watch what they did and learn from their mistakes and stuff. And just this company, I actually, they were a clothing company, and then they pivoted into a record label. And I filed for us to get like a clothing sponsorship, and they sent a contract, and I was reading it, and I was like, what is this? And so I went to my buddy who's a lawyer, and he's like, dude, this is a record contract. So they signed a bunch of bands, and then they sold to Warner Brothers. And so me and all my bandmates are like, oh shit, here we go. And then, several months later, they dropped every band but one, and we weren't it.
Damn.
So, yeah, I mean, we were successful for a while. Never quite made it. And just, we all got burnt out. When that ended, I knew I had to do something. And I always liked writing, and I had an idea for a book, and then I had an idea for a comic, and now here we are 9 years later, and I've put out like
9 years. Wait, can I ask something before we move on to this?
Yeah, go ahead.
As a music man, and your drums, and you're saying that you got into writing. Were you writing the songs for the band too? Was that art or what?
Yeah, I mean, we all participated in the writing. Obviously all the drum parts were me. And then there would be times where I would have like a riff in my head, and I can't play guitar for nothing. And I would be like, hey, play this or whatever.
You play drums. You should be able to play anything you play drums.
Yeah. I tried to play guitar. I can't do it.
Really? And even with the sticks, try.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I would hum a guitar part from time to time or something, or tell them like, hey, add something on the end of it or, whatever. But never the lyrics. My singer at the time, he liked to do the lyrics. I may have suggested something here and there, but I did find when we got in the studio, because our last album was produced by the guys that did all of Chimera's albums.
What?
Yeah. And like I think it was
Oof.
Drowning Pool's second album, Walls of Jericho. They did a bunch of metal stuff.
Drowning Pool, man, I can't believe, man, that first album with the OG lead singer was like an amazing album, man. I can't believe he died.
That was sad. This was after him, though. Whoever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Once it goes to the second album, it's no longer him. That first album though was amazing. Like, this man could have been one of the greats in metal, bro.
Yeah, it was sad. It was sad. I got to see them one time with
you
them.
You did.
Yep.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, it was that. This was in Lexington, Kentucky, at Rupp Arena where the Wildcats play. It was Disturbed, them, Edema, Systematic, and shoot, I can't remember the other band. Stereo Mud. It was an awesome show.
Oh, really? Damn, bro. I mean, the only band that I really like enjoyed seeing because the lead singer passed was Linkin Park on the Reanimation tour. I saw them along with POD and Story of the Year. And it's a really dope concert. Well, System of a Down, Marilyn Manson, Mars Volta. I've seen those. Slipknot, seen them twice. Stone Sour, Stained. I love those bands, yo. I'm a new metal guy, though. I love new metal.
I am too. Same stuff. I just went and saw Limp Bizkit like a month ago.
Oh, say what? I know they're touring. I would love to. I've been hearing the music playing more and seeing this new generation connect to the shit we listened to in the early 2000s. I'm like, yo, this is wild. Y'all guys are liking this? Of course it is. Because it's fire, damn it.
Honestly, they sound great live. I was surprised. I did not think they would sound good live because they've got a lot going on in their songs. Yeah, but they pull it off. It was fun.
Oh shit, man! All right, now I'm gonna listen to you, Josh, because when I see them come up here in the north, I gotta check them out.
Yeah,
I know Stain comes up here a lot, so I'm waiting for them to come to Indian Ranch so I could check them out. Yeah, hopefully they come through. I mean, I want to do a mosh pit, but then again, I don't want to do it solo.
Yeah, I don't want to do all that anymore. I used to.
I have to do one thing in my life left that I have to really do. And that is the Wall of Death at a Lamb of God concert.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. I've seen them at least twice, I think 3 times. I saw them before.
See LOG, bro?
Yeah. Before they were big, too. I can say, and they were not good. When I saw the very first time, I was like, this band is awful. And then like a year later, they were huge. And I went and saw them again. I was like, oh, they're good now.
Yeah, they picked up. Yeah, it was a slow start. I mean, like most metal bands, there's so many metal bands, so you really got to prove your metal. No pun intended.
I bet you there were 30 people there when I saw them the first time.
What? Oh my God! 30
Harpo's in Detroit.
And now they're making Walls of Death, which is like look scary as F, but look like hey, listen, you gotta do this once in your life. You're gonna feel like Vikings going to war. I love it. When I see those videos, like let's go. Mm-hmm. All right, so Josh, all right, so here you are, you get into writing, I'm sorry. So all right, so we're talking about you getting into writing, so actually about the music. So and you said it was a 9-year journey thus far in creating, right? So talk about those 9 years. Like, what did it feel like the journey and building? Did you know what you were doing? How did you build up to get to where you were to have Cutthroat, be alive the way it is today?
Yeah. Oh, I had no idea what I was doing. It could be argued that I still don't know what I'm doing. I just, and that's something people ask me too all the time, like, especially like people trying to write their first comic or book. They're like, how did you do it? And I'm like, I just did it. I watched YouTube videos of people talking about how they did it. And then I just did what they said, kind of more or less. I knew that I wasn't going to get a big publishing deal. So I was like, well, man, I'll just do my own publishing company and I'll run it how I ran my band. Sort of, you got to move things around, but
minus the drinking and the parties. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. You make a thing, you tour the thing, and you make another thing, you tour the thing. It's kind of the same principle.
It is. I like that approach. Folks, you're hearing this again. Yep. I think I mentioned this prior, like music and comics really are like this, man. It's important. Yep. I know I cannot read a comic when I'm not listening to music in the background. So
yeah. Okay. I even put my band in one of my comics. I forget which one. I think it's Turkey Sharks 1. At the end, there's a poster on the wall that has one of our posters in it. And it says like playing at Brothel City or something.
So you just said it, man. You said the magic word, turkey sharks. Oh my effing god! When I saw this name, I said, "Huh? What? What the hell?" All right, so folks, we're about to dig in, man. Talk to me about the cutthroat universe and where the turkey sharks play in this. And then look at this gorgeous cover. Doesn't that just eat up your eyes? You know, the coloring on this is like, fuck yeah. This is eye candy, pure eye candy on the shelf. If I see this on the shelf, I will pick this up, honest to God. I'm like, wow, this great cover. Great cover.
I like I like when covers show you something that happens in the book, but from a different angle, or if it's something that happened like off screen, like over off to the side. That's the type of covers I generally like.
Tease for the tease right there. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Big that.
So turkey sharks are they're basically my Avengers, because I've done several series and then I just blended them all together, kind of like how the MCU did it. You know, they set it up with Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, then bam, right into Avengers. So that's kind of how I set it up.
So talk about the members of this amazing family, because I know, look, folks, again, cutthroatcomics.com, comics, novels, children's books. I mean, look at that. You got 6 books right there and a whole lot more. So you go, all right, so that's what it is. We have a whole recap. So I'm going to read this real quick. So growing up in Brothel City, 3 best friends lived their lives as many of them before, playing sports and graduating high school. But as they aged, they drifted apart like so many of us, right? College, marriage, and kids, dull and mundane jobs, each on their separate path, eventually gain their own special abilities in a very different ways, becoming Stingray. What was that? Pedal Man?
Pedal Man, yep.
Oh my God, that name sounds crazy. I gotta find out. And Ginger Avenger. Now they've banded together with their new friends, Kid Friendly, Blasphemer. Oh shit, I know he's a troublemaker. And Buddy, the Super Scroll, to battle invading. What was that? SETI Army?
The SETI Armada, I think.
Armada, led by the unhinged Snapdragon. Woo! So creator, writer, editor, Josh Nealis, and with RA covering and Kickstarter exclusive Cristiano Reina. I mean, again, that cover is far amazing. So talk about this universe. How did you create it? I mean, you're talking about, oh my God, look at that art. Holy shit.
So that's actually my grandmother's house, and that's my grandmother, who has since passed. She passed she passed before this book came out, and I told her on her deathbed that I was going to do this for her, and I kept it a secret from my family.
How did your family react when they saw this?
She actually first appears in Ginger Avenger 3, but they were, and I made a special cover of that book just for them. So there's only like 25 copies of this cover of Ginger Avenger 3 that only they have. But it was a sad moment. It was a proud moment for me, because I know. So Buddy the Super Squirrel, as mentioned, is based off a real squirrel that my grandfather had. Like, he fed it and it knocked on the screen door all the time and everything.
Oh, really?
And she always liked that. So I knew this is something she would want me to do for her. And it was a very proud moment for me. And she's go ahead.
I've fed a squirrel over here like 3 times. And the other day it left me a strawberry in the front of my door. I'm like, oh shit, it gave back. It was so cute. That's funny. Yeah, so squirrels are fun. Anyway.
Give that to the goat.
Yeah, hey, right over there. Yeah, to shut them up. I keep hearing them. Thank God, guys, I have a goat that lives next door and chickens. Thank God for noise suppression that you don't hear them. But this guy's driving me crazy. I hear them. I look crazy when I said, do you hear that? They're like, no. I'm like, no, I'm not going nuts. I'm like, all right, anyway. But again, bro, look at this artwork. Why do these colors pop the way they do? Holy shit.
Yeah. Cristiano is one hell of an artist, and he's done the interiors of every single book. So 14 books now, and he's gotten better just all the way through. Talk
to me about that Promance. How did you find your artist partner?
Just over the internet, man. Like, I just happened to find him on Facebook, and I liked his art, so I sent him a message, and here we are 9 years later, 14 comic books later.
Wow. Where is he located?
He's in Italy somewhere. I think on the island that's off, like the bottom of it or something.
Oh wow! So you found the most random Italian artist in the whole world in some island right off of Italy somewhere.
I think that's where he lived. Yeah.
I think the only guy with internet over there.
Yeah, I think I Googled it one time because I sent him like a shirt or something. So he had given me his address, and I was like, "Where is this?" And yeah, I think it's on the. Is it Sicily? I don't know if it's Sicily, but it's like on the right side of like that big island or something.
Oh, he's Sicilian. You better watch out. You better treat him good.
Yeah, yeah, he seems like a good dude. He's super talented, man. I mean, look.
Well, hell yeah. There's so much talent coming out of Italy. Oh my effing god! Like, yo, like where these guys been? It's so crazy how, thanks to the internet, the discovery of so many amazing artists, that are no longer just kept by European publishing companies. Because in Europe, I mean, they do comics, big fans, and they have amazing artistry. But for us to not be able to have the opportunity to find so much talent ahead of them, again, look at this. This is fucking gorgeous, bro. Fuck. The panel work. Who does the lettering for your squad?
He does all that. He does all the interior.
This, yo.
Yep.
Bro, you landed a gem, Josh.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. I tell him all the time how awesome he is and how much I appreciate him.
Have you had the chance to meet him yet?
What's that?
Have you had a chance to meet him yet in person?
Nope. And we've never even Zoomed or done a stream like this. Cause I guess I told him like we could get him on some, and I think his English, like he can type English pretty well and understand, but I think it seems like just speaking like this, he would struggle with it, I think.
Man, I'm gonna have to get me an Italian person to come on with you next time.
Yep.
Any Italianos want to join me, that speaks the language fluently, so that way we could bring in these. Listen, I could do Spanish. I love to have the Spanish creators on. So if you have Spanish members on your team, I could definitely do a Spanglish episode. Listen, by the time the episode is done, Josh, you'll know so much Spanish it'll be crazy. You'll be ordering in Spanish at your favorite. I promise you. But bro, talk about the just building this universe and the purpose of this book and like where can we get it? Can we get it just like Cutthroat? You're touring, like what's going on, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the rounds right now to promote the issue 5 Kickstarter, and issue 5 is the last issue of Turkey Sharks, at least for now. So we're looking at issue 1 here. But these books are like, they're as comic book as a comic book can be. I mean, they're funny and silly. There's satire in it. There's these inventive, creative characters that have tropes about them. Again, that satire, the genre. But you also get like Ginger Avenger deals with like alcoholism and depression. There's like romance. Of course, there's like deaths, and maybe some of them come back, maybe they don't. It's just good old fashioned comic book.
Thank you for doing that. Folks, he mentioned the Kickstarter. I just want to give you just a hint, right? That's how dope this is. We're going to the Kickstarter right now because again, he just got over the goal, but we need to get over it more. We're going to talk about it in that just a moment. But again, just look, folks, look at this independent book. Look how dope the colors. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm just really enamored by the artistry and the colors. They just pop. Every page that I've shown has pops.
Yep, that suit there. This is the first time he wears that suit because we updated it for this book. And man, when he sent me that, I was like, "Oh yeah, you nailed it, bud." So
I just love how the art is done though, because just how he crosses over the panel. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just a great look. It just makes it look like kind of like, yeah, look how cool my suit is, huh?
Yeah. So in his helmet is like a respirator. So like even if he's like choked or something, it still breathes for him. He can go into space and water, and it glows different colors depending on where he's at.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's Cutthroat Comics, folks, right there. You better check them out. I'm showing off the stuff, but this is what we're going to do right now. I'm gonna present to you folks what you guys need to be spending some money on. Today is Wednesday, right? Then Friday's coming up, so these are paydays. But with the fact that this Kickstarter has 17 days to go, means there's several paydays to come. So don't give me no bullshit and support some indie. That's right, baby. Right here, Turkey Sharks issue 1 through 5. First of all, right there, out of $500 goal, we're at $525. So a big salute to you, 20 backers. Thank you so much for supporting independent comics and creators with 17 days to go. You're going to hit a rack or more. And there is a video, folks. So let me go ahead and show this video real quick, and we're going to jump into this amazing project. Check it out.
What's up, everybody? Josh from Cutthroat Comics here. And we made it. We're at the finale. Turkey Sharks 1 through 5 is hitting Kickstarter right now. And it's been 9 years coming, but we're finally there. Now, we may come back to these characters at some point, but for now, closing it off, we're going to move on to some different things. But that doesn't mean this isn't good. This might be one of our best comics yet. It's funny, it's silly, it's got some cool characters, it's got some drama, it's got some fighting, everything you want in a superhero story. So if you're a fan of Mel Brooks or South Park or Family Guy, silly things, comedic things, satire, this is the book for you. Come check out Turkey Sharks, jump into my world, and don't worry, yes, this is the last issue, but all the issues are available for you to check out, and let's have some fun. Let's get this thing done, and I appreciate you.
Woo! Get it done, get it done. That's what we gotta do, mi gente. Wepa! I love it. All right, folks. So check it out again. Support this amazing project. We have 17 days to go. 20 backers, and again, thanks, man. I mean, and Printing with Comics, we'll bring a big salute to them because they support independent on such an amazing level. I mean, they're not my sponsor or anything. All right, I'm just saying out of love because I've seen them in several places, Independent Comic Con in Connecticut, for example, Creator Con that they help sponsor, did a wonderful job, and I see how they do. So, you know, they're definitely create more indie. They really are all about that. So a great company to work with. And again, look at this, folks. Hey, so introduce to me the characters. Who's everybody on this page?
So right there in the middle is Ginger Avenger. Down to the right, the girl is that's Miranda Cruz, also known as the Turkey Shark. You have to read the story to figure out why that is. Okay. Behind her, to her right, is her cousin. That's Basic Bitch, and she pretty much only talks in like memes, pretty much. Yeah, BB. Yep. And then Stinger is next to her. Back in the back, you got Pedal Man. Then you got Mark the Alien Girl, Blasphemer, my gay Amish superhero, and then Kid Friendly is the sidekick of the group there. And
that name, though, you're fucking me up with that name, though. Pedal Man. Please don't tell what I think.
So yeah, he's an idiot and named himself that because he's an idiot, and it's clearly not a good name. That's like the joke of it. And of course,
you got me worried here. I said, "Oh my god, what is this guy doing?"
He had his own series, and like I said, it's like super satirical. You know, makes fun of the fact that all these superheroes have these little sidekicks and stuff. And he almost talks exclusively in like movie quotes. He only does wrestling moves. Like,
oh really? Oh shit! That sounds fun. And look at this cover too. A nice action cover for Turkey Shark. Yo, this looks dope.
Yeah, that's the Three Ninjas homage cover. So if you remember the Three Ninjas movie, we took that
three kids, right? The three kids.
Yep.
Wow, bro. Why are you showing our age like this? Stop it, bro. Did you like Three Ninjas, the movie back in the day?
I love the first one. I like the second one. The third one's fine, and the fourth one is a movie.
Well, I'm done by the fourth. All right, done.
Yeah, it's worth watching. It's got Jim Varney in it, so that's worth it.
Yeah, rest in peace,
yep.
Man.
So, and this is the
who is this guy with a? That looks like the ultimate pimp outfit.
Yeah, so that's Bubble Bath. He's one of the villains in this book, and he farts bubbles, which propels him and makes him able to fly.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I think my father could have been him the way that he passes.
Yeah, so those are bath bombs around his waist, and he wears a snorkel and goggles and a pink teddy bear onesie.
Oh my effing god! This is hysterical. Oh, but look, shit again. Look at the art and the coloring. Homie's beard is almost as white as mine.
Yeah, that's Dr. Level. He's a flat earther.
oh shit! Y'all even making fun of flat again. Who cares if the world is round or flat? What difference will it make in your life, to be honest? Are you going to go up to the fucking wall of Antarctica? No, you're not. So shut up already, people.
Yep.
Live your life. funny. Who cares? Honest to God, who cares if it's flat? What are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're still here. We're stuck.
You're not going anywhere.
Exactly. Yo, bro, but this fucking art, bro.
Yep. Yeah, Cristiano knocked it out, and the bubble bath cover was done by Chad Shodel, who lives in Cincinnati, Ohio. He's
Hey,
a good
Brian,
dude.
you got someone domestic.
Yeah. Yep. Got to have somebody from the States working on it, right?
No, it's great. No, a great cover, man. But your interior artist is just effing insane, dude.
Oh yeah. Yep. See, he's given. I told you, Pedo Man only fights with wrestling moves, so he's given that guy the Razor's Edge from Razor Ramon's finished
Oh my
move.
God. He did it great too. The fall. Hell yeah, well, he just broke that dude's neck, son. Oh my God. Not for nothing, but who hasn't fantasized about doing that to someone? I mean,
Right.
if you have a brother, did you not attempt this on your brother? Come on, let's be honest now.
Yep. Yeah, I did like a little TikTok with my kid when Razor Ramon passed away. I did the Razor's Edge to him on his bed, of course.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
The best move I did to my brothers was the figure 4.
Oh yeah.
Because they're like, oh, it doesn't hurt. Word, so let me do it to you real quick. Oh my God, yo.
And of course, they didn't know how to reverse it, right? They didn't flip you over. And
Well, of course not, because they're lighter than me. So go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead and try to move my fat ass.
Yeah.
Love it. But folks, look how easy it is to get involved. First of all, you can make a pledge for as simple as $1. All right. But now when you want to start getting some stuff, digital copy starting at $3. All right. Cover A. This will get you 1 copy, cover A, and a physical or digital starting at $5. So if you want to smell that ink, baby, $5 on par with big 2 books, really. You know, so I mean, great price point right there. You want some cool variants, you know what I mean? Like my man over here, $7 right there.
Yep. Variants go up to 10 after the Kickstarter too, so you can get them for a deal right now.
Oh, you heard that, folks? It's a deal right now because once you go to this website, once the campaign is done, Cutthroat Comics, once this campaign is done, you know, just like Fat Joe says, yesterday's prices are not today's prices. So it's gonna go up. So right now, yo, jump in right now, get it at this awesome deal. Look at this. You get Turkey Socks 1 through 4 digital copies for $12. What an amazing deal. 1 through 5 for $15. That's digitals as well. So get that whole run. And now you can get Turkey 5 number, all 3 Turkey Sharks number 5 covers for $7. Oh, that's a great deal. Shit. For all 3.
I knocked off even more, I think. Pretty sure, right?
Oh, bro, yes, you did. You did a
I knocked off even $2 more. So
yeah, bro. Great price points over here. You got the physical sets for you guys that love having that physical product like I do. Listen, you could get a whole run for $25, son. Why buy the graphic novel when you could own the original individual issues? Heck yeah.
I get people at cons all the time. They walk up and they're like, "Oh, I only like graphic novels." I was like, "Well, if you get enough of these, it is one." So
it is. You know, you get the 5, and now you have the original run. So when it comes out on graphic, that's nice. But you have it like Punk Rock Jesus is one of my favorite stories ever. I had to get that individual issues. I did not want that in a graphic. I needed that, and I have it, and I love it. That's probably one of my books that I'll never sell. Then we got this digital set, the full digital set. We're talking everything, baby. You get Turkey Shark 1 through 5, Stingray, Pedal Man, and Kid Friendly. Oh my God, that name and Kid. Oh my God! All right, yeah, I gotta read this fucking book. This sounds hysterical.
Yeah, in that book, their main villain, her name is Mother Approved.
Oh my God!
Yeah, she wants to take like pop stars and make them not allowed to be like sexy and stuff.
Homie, talk to me. Where does your humor get inspired from?
It's everywhere, man. I mean, like I said in that video, like Mel Brooks and South Park and Family Guy and just everywhere, you know, even the like Scary Movie and movies like that. Like I've always loved all that kind of comedy. The only kind of comedy I'm not big on is like dry humor, but everything else is in this.
I'm not into the dry stuff at all.
Yeah.
Like I've tried, and you know, I see people laughing, and I'm there. Yeah. I'm there with a dry face. Like that's not funny, bro.
Yeah, I don't. I get it. Like
Yeah.
Like some of those Wes Anderson movies, I get why it's funny, and some of those movies I think are fine, but it's not really my necessarily cup of tea. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to write a fun comic book. A lot of people do dark stuff, which is fine. I like that stuff too, but I wanted to write something fun. And I think that's what this is.
And that's what we need in this wonderful industry of ours. I mean, again, everything does get dark, too serious, too political.
Yeah. I mean,
to read things that are just, even poking fun, even if it's political, just poke fun of the thing.
I like to put a lot of Easter eggs and stuff. So even up there where it says barn raised as my sound effect, I even use my sound effects as Easter eggs, because Blasphemer hits him in the junk. And what would an Amish sound effect sound like? Well, you raise the barn.
Oh, shit. So my Amish brothers and sisters, come on, man. Let's make it happen and get into these stretch goals. I mean, look at this. So there's reward tiers that he's already made, right? But now there's more stretch goals. All books signed. The script. A free turkey short, number 5, with a signature and a COA. Tales of Shocking. Ooh, what's that? You got some horror coming our way? What's this?
Yeah, so that's a book that Cutthroat Comics publishes. That's issue 1. We got issue 2 coming out hopefully pretty soon. It sounds like it's almost done, but it's like a Tales from the Crypt style.
Love it.
Kind of thing. And if we get to $1,500, you get the free PDF of it.
Folks, let's get there. Let's get to the whole 2250. We want to see everything. Get the magnets out there. Look at the COA that he has ready for you. Some official signatures right there. Really great. I dig that.
Yep. And you can buy extras of those too. They're only $1 extra.
Only $1. That was COA that proves it's legit, folks. I mean, come on. No one does that for you. Now look at this. The whole Shark Saga set is $50. I mean, 19 up to 20, you got that one, but those are the ones you got to jump in. If you want only variants, it's $110. Every turkey shark book there is, everything in the kitchen sink. Josh may mail himself with this as well for $125. I mean, he pops the box here and gives them to you, and then just send them back home on your tab if you can. But this is what it is. This is amazing, beautiful book, independent comics, Cutthroat. So talk to me. What came first? Was it the comic books or was it Cutthroat?
I think I had the ideas for the comics, and then, like I said, I was writing my first novel, and like I said, I knew I wasn't going to get, published by any of the big ones. So I was like, I'll just make my own company, and I sat on it for a couple days. I remember I was driving in Fort Wayne, Indiana, for my day job, and that name popped in my head, and I texted a few friends. I was like, "What do you think about Cutthroat Comics?" And they were like, "Oh, that sounds pretty cool." And then I actually made the logo myself in Photoshop, which I'm super proud of because people like the logo. And Here we are 9 years later.
Woo! 9 years. Now, how does it feel to be 9 years in the game of this industry, man?
It's been a long run, man. I mean, I have a 9-year-old son. He was born 2 months the month after I started writing my first novel, because I started that February of 2015. He was born a month later. And so he's been along for the ride. And he has a character in my comics as well that he designed. So part of it. He'll sign books from time to time when people buy them. And he goes to cons with me and stuff. But
Nealis verse, man, Generation 2. Oh, snap.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah, I've been divorced in that time. We all dealt with COVID in that time, so there were some setbacks. And then, as I mentioned to you, I got hit, and everybody pretty much knows anyway, but I got hit with cancer in that time. So, it's just a setback after setback, but we're still going strong, and I'm pushing harder than ever to get this thing up and running and going.
Yeah, that's crazy. COVID, divorce, and cancer. I mean, these all came at the same time?
Yeah, just in the last 9 years. I mean,
mother effer, bro.
Yeah,
we're sorry, but salute, man, to you and surviving. Fuck cancer. You're a warrior, bro. Salute, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I don't recommend it. If you can avoid it, definitely avoid it. For sure.
Yeah, take care of yourselves. Get those checkups, folks. The earlier you catch these things, the better it is. Survival rate. Okay, so just I know us men especially, we're very stubborn in going to a doctor. So let's please, don't wait till it hurts.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Go get it checked out. I
Yeah,
wrote
I
a
mean,
book about.
I check this shit, but I gotta get myself checked too. I haven't gone in a while, but I'm
I
definitely.
wrote a book about cancer too, and part of the proceeds go to a local nonprofit that helps cancer patients and stuff too.
What's the name of the book and where can we find it?
It's all on cutthroatcomics.com. That one's Gloves Off, going toe to toe with cancer.
Whoa, bro! How did you feel writing that book, man?
It was hard, man, because I wrote 2 books while I had cancer, while I was going through all that. And
How did you find the energy, bro, to sit down and?
Yeah, if I felt good enough, on a particular day, at least once a week, I sat down and worked on the cancer book and kind of wrote like what was going on that week, because it's basically my experience going through it, and hopefully advice for people that do go through it, because inevitably a lot of people, I think it's like 40% of people, something like that. So, but the other book is a children's book, and it's called Judy and Her Irrational Fears. So in that book, it deals with like she's afraid of the dark and monsters and ghosts and stuff, which are irrational. But her dad also has cancer in the book, which is a rational fear. So it kind of teaches how to deal with those different types of things.
Nice. So what inspired that kid's book?
That one's a series. So this is the 3rd in that series, and I already knew what I was going to do with that book, but not the cancer part. And so when that came to be, I was like, well, I can use this, and, because kids, to me, I don't talk to my kid like he's a child. He is a child, but I talk to him like I'm talking to you. I explain things and why and all that. And this book is about a 3rd grade reading level. And although I don't go deep into it, it's touched upon, because kids need to be kind of shown and taught these things early on these are things that you're going to deal with in life. So this is how this character deals with it. Hopefully, when you're 50 or whatever, if you end up dealing with this or a family member does, you're going to be better prepared.
Wow, crazy. I love the fact that you're so diverse in the type of books and genres that you have within the Cutthroat Comics family. So, kudos to you for, doing that. Not many publishers really do that, especially, young publishers. They really wait a long time sometimes to get into YA and kid stuff. So, on the fact that you really diversify that. So, in that diversification of content, do you have more team members, or is it just you and the one home?
So right now it's me. But like I've got the Tales of Shock and Terror team. We're hopefully getting ready to sign on a different creative team for something else. And I've worked with tons of artists and all that too. So, yes, it is just me doing all this stuff, but I have people helping out too.
But it's great. Listen, that's the journey of an entrepreneur, but you're doing some good stuff, man, and sharing a good message. So, I really believe that you're definitely going to reach some really big goals here, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
doing some good stuff, good energy. I'm feeling it, man. And again, folks, you have to support that good energy. You know how? Support this project right now, baby. It's that simple, man. The Kickstarter is live now. I'm going to add the link below. But again, you can keep up to date on everything that homie's doing on Facebook at Cutthroat Comics. Instagram is Cutthroat_Comics. But show the love and support. You hear the man, a survivor kicking ass, getting things done, showing love in this wonderful community that we have here. That is the comic community. Don't let the naysayers say that it's negative, because it is not. Social media is just an illusion. It's bullshit. Go to a con and you're gonna see how much love is out there. So talking about cons, what cons are you doing this year, if any? So that way we could pick up some books, maybe get some signatures. Are you doing any? What's the plans?
Yeah. It's obviously I had to cancel some of them earlier in the year, but I'm basically back up and running now. I just booked 2 more. Let's see, September 7th, I think, is the Western Ohio Toy Show. September 14th and 15th is Monroe Comic-Con in Monroe, Michigan. And that's a really good one. I've done that one like 6 or 7 years in a row or something. I love that con.
Okay. I want to go to those different type of cons. So thank you, Monroe. I'm going to look into that one.
Yeah, it's right across the border from Ohio into Michigan. It's run by great people. The guy that runs it, Gary, he's awesome. He puts on a really good show. It's affordable. He's got some pretty cool guests and stuff. He's got like an eclectic venue of guests, or however you should say that. He's got like some horror actors. He's got some wrestlers. He's got comic book people.
Great.
Me, I'm there. So, what else more do you need?
That's all you need. If Cutthroat's there, you guys gotta go. Who needs to see these wrestlers and shit? You're there to go see Josh, man, and pick up every single book of the Cutthroat family. Right? I dig it. So, is that the biggest show you're gonna do this year?
Yes. I had initially planned on trying to get to some of the bigger ones this year, but life had a way of telling me not yet. But we're moving forward. So
you know what? Now that you're okay, life is telling you you're ready. Life is telling you start kicking ass, and I'll see you at a New York Comic Con or Rhode Island or San Diego or something, Chicago. Let's go. Get yourself into those repop shows. Those great shows with great floors. Definitely get some eyes on you. And New York would definitely, that Artist Alley, people would love this stuff.
Yeah, that was my plan. That was one of the ones I was gonna hopefully try to get on, but we'll see. Hopefully next year.
Yep, not hopefully. It's going to happen next year. It's not hopefully, it will. We got to manifest and change our words. When we change those words, things really do happen. So you will be going to New York Comic Con next year. It's going to happen. We're going to see a Cutthroat booth. We're going to get a panel. We're going to get some dope signed books. We're going to get some complete runs. I mean, what's the plan for the rest of the year? How many more projects do you foresee coming from Cutthroat for the rest of 2024?
So what, 8, 9, 10? We got like 4 months. I would wager a guess that we will have one more novel from me. Hopefully Tales of Shock and Terror 2. Hopefully a manga will be coming out, our first manga. And we are starting. So I'm going to tease you guys a little bit. We've already started on, I have a novel called Cocaine Stripper Stronghold. It's one of my best sellers. And we've started production on a 4-part prequel comic series. And just today, out of nowhere, I get a call from a major name in comics. And he's like, I love this project. I'm in. So,
I can't wait. Listen, you better come back when you could talk more about this stuff, bro. I need to know now. You can't just tease me like that. You can't tease my Crusaders like that. Oh my God. I cannot wait now to know what it is. And with that name alone, who wouldn't want to be involved? I'm curious just on the name. Like, really, all right, folks, after this, excuse me, I'm going to have to peruse this whole website, cutthroatcomics.com, see what the heck this guy has got. I really love that name. Listen, anything with cocaine lately that comes out in movies or whatever has been good, right? Like, look, Cocaine Bear, this shit was hysterical, wasn't it?
For the record, this was out before that.
He predates. The OG is in the building, folks. The OG, all right? Take no more fakes. Josh Nealis did this first. All right. Josh, though, you've been awesome. I appreciate you coming on. Mi gente, you know what it is. Don't miss out on this project. It is live now. The Kickstarter is live. I'll be sharing the link below, all right? Right now, we have $500 gold. You got $525. So, again, we're funded, but we need to, let's get into a safety net right now. Let's get the project by Friday to $1,000 by Friday. We got 2 days. Come on. Get that safety going.
Yeah. And a comic book for an indie publisher, they cost about $3,000. The reason I set it for $5,000 is because like that way, just in case something were to go wrong, like I get a nice chunk of it, because these Kickstarters in themselves take a long time to set up, doing all the graphics and typing all the words and stuff. So,
quality stuff from Kickstarter itself, because
they
I had a friend that did a project that there was nothing adult about it, but it kept getting flagged and couldn't go live. Like, what the hell what are you talking about? What's wrong with the damn book? So, going through those things is kind of difficult. That's the only thing I see in speaking to so many creators is that process of acceptance, through those crowdfunding platforms. Some are easier than others, and some just straight up tell you, we don't accept this, so period. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, that's what we're with right now, right? I mean, that's the independent game. That's the journey. Because obviously, going to big two, where they steal your projects and give you pennies on the dollar for things that are worth a lot more, ain't fair. So, that's why I really dig this new everything's going now for indie and the crowdfunding space and everything, just allowing creators to really show their value. And I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of creators really come off really well from a crowdfunding campaign. All of a sudden, you got publishers like, yo, I want you to work with me because your campaign was fire. Is that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, would you consider this the creators, space? You know how they say that the market sometimes it's either the realtors market or the renters market. So in this day and age, is this the creators market or is still the publishers market? What would you say?
Oh boy, that's tough. I'd say the big two are still crushing it pretty well, honestly.
It's still a publisher market.
Yeah, but there are, just personally, I know 30 at least like indie creators that are just as good, if not better, than what the big two are putting out. And I love Marvel and DC, don't get me wrong, but when you're indie,
it's just, things.
Yeah. When you're indie, just like me, like I own the publishing company, so any idea I have, no matter how stupid, green light automatically, and that's the beauty of being an indie creator.
Hey, you got Pedo Man, all these shit. That name, I'm telling you, it just makes me laugh, and I got to read what the fuck this guy. I need to know the origin as to why the fuck choose that name and then have a sidekick called Kid Friendly. It's just, oh my god!
It's in the books.
It's funny as fuck already. Just that title is funny as hell to me. Josh, you have a 6 sense of humor, and I dig it. So Josh, again, really thank you for hanging out, bro. Talking about Cutthroat, talking about what you're doing, sharing your story of your battle, bless, bro. Keep fighting, brother. I'm glad that you're in remission, correct?
I don't know that they consider it that because I'm not that far. I think that's like 3 or 4 years down the line that they say that, but I'm as of right now, I don't have any. So
beautiful. So you're in a great place. Wonderful. So let's just say that you're in a great place. So I hope to see you at these big cons really soon, so we can hang out and do a live interview, give the website in person, get these books in person. I want to smell the ink of these books, folks. Again, one more time, comiccrusaders.shop. Check out that amazing library of books that they have right there. And of course, please, the socials, facebook.com, Cutthroat Comics. On Instagram is Cutthroat_comics. And of course, the live Kickstarter project, which is live right now, 17 days to go. Please support independent comics. These gentlemen right here, these people are the future of this beautiful industry that we're all a part of. So make sure you support, man. I can't wait. Very last question. Very last. I want to know. I'm curious now because the art is so dope. If someone approached you for this book to be something else outside of a comic book, what would you want it to be? A film, a TV show, an animated feature, an animated series? What would you think fits best for Turkey Shark?
Oh, that is a good question. I would, I'm not gonna lie, at this point, I would take the paycheck, whatever they want to give me. That would enable me to do all the stuff I want to do. I would sell one thing quick. Pick one and it's yours. You know what I mean? Just to get a good paycheck so I can continue to do this full time.
Talk about that.
I bet Turkey Sharks would work really well as like an animated series, similar to something like X-Men 97, probably.
Okay.
I bet that's where it probably would play best. But I mean, even something like The Boys, even though it's not quite that adult, would probably be cool.
Excellent. See, I dig it. We're gonna get it. It's gonna happen, bro. All this stuff is gonna happen. We're manifesting it right now. You already won one battle. You're gonna win a whole bunch more. I can't wait, folks. You know what it is. You can follow me at The Real Al Mega just about everywhere. But of course, most important, you gotta follow my family, Comic Crusaders, just about everywhere, except for YouTube, where it's Comic Crusaders World, where we talk to amazing creators like Josh all the time, celebrating their journey, their projects, and putting you guys on to the future of what is our beautiful comic industry. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. It's Al Mega, Josh Nealis.
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.